man, what's going on? What's going on? You're tuning in with the one and only NFA JayShawn and Deuce. Wow, what's going on, people? Thanks for tuning in. Remember, if you guys are tuning in, please share this with your baby mother ASAP. Go share this with your girlfriend and her best friend too. All of that. Hey man, what's going on, Deuce? How you feeling?
Like shit.
Nice, nice. Like shit. Wow. Wow. Yo,
Fucking
shout out to
shit.
Deuce. He got COVID-19 and his boy is there with him too, right? You
Yeah.
got a really great friend, by the way. If anybody goes near anyone with COVID-19, they're the best friends ever. Okay. So shout out to that guy, yo, whoever he is. I just want to let everybody know
My boy,
this show today was brought to you by GQ.shop. That's JIKU.shop. You can go check it out. We got a bunch of products right there for you. So you can find all different type of products, really great prices, better than Amazon's prices a lot, better than eBay's a lot. Sometimes we're able to compete. Great shipping times, fulfillment rates are very quick, and we got exclusive products that you're not going to be able to find nowhere else. Soon we'll even be having raw material available, like diamonds and gold and silver and platinum. So I can't wait for that. So shout outs to everybody that's helping out GQ.shop. We wouldn't be nowhere without you guys. Also, the show is brought to you by Terror 2 Records. Go check them out. That's 2 Terror 2 Records. So that's 2 ERROR 2 WO Records. All right. I'll have the link in the description below. If you don't know how to find them, don't even worry about it. Hey man, but I just wanted to bring up today's topic, which is kind of crazy. I don't know if you know this, Deuce, but a lot's been going on. Like
What else is new,
every
bro?
day, every day something is happening. Every day a new thing is happening. I don't understand. I don't know. It's kind of been like I've been in some twilight zone for like the past I don't know, my whole life, and it just been kind of like every day, especially if you from New York, then it's like 20 times a day every day. But if you not from New York, you just gonna get that everyday stuff like everybody else gets. So
Right. That's why I said it's New York every day,
no,
man.
New
Like
York is 20
every
times
day
a
is some
day.
bullshit.
It's 20 times a day in New York. It's not every day in New York. It's 20 times a day in New York. You can't even go on the train without somebody looking crazy no more. Like you just got
Yo, man. I'm trying to
you
tell you.
yo, the train is a straight up circus. The train is a circus. You
Mm-hmm.
go on there, you're gonna have live music. Shout outs to all the live performers doing their thing. But then you're gonna have some people with no pants on. Like, yo, hey, fuck you doing, bro?
Bro, I done seen
Like,
it all.
some pants on,
I done seen it all.
So New York is kind of wild. Hey, what's been the latest in New York, man? Before we get into the topic, what's the latest news that happened in the BX? Because I seen something was like kind of going wild over there.
And the BX
Yeah,
wise,
they locking up a whole
what's
bunch of
not
people
wild
over
in the
there.
X, my boy?
It's like a whole freaking raid that happened, and they locked up like this whole entire gang. Um, it's crazy. And now they're in Brooklyn
Oh
too.
shit.
Something about a raid on the Brimhound gang, something like that. The Hound. I don't know. I saw it on the news.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I know like the reason why that happened.
Yeah,
Like, so supposedly, like one of the OGs got snitched on and shit. You feel what I'm saying? And and I think like he end up like telling or something like
Mm.
that, and yeah, that's why all that's happening.
That's crazy. Well, all of them got locked up, like every one of them, and it's like from the Bronx to Brooklyn, and it's crazy, man. Um, I don't know if everybody knows,
Yeah, I
man,
think he's going after that whole
but
shit.
shout outs to the Hindus. I mean the Indians, they over there rounding them up, trumping them. They rounding up like by the hundreds, and sending them back to India. That's crazy, man. But yo, shout
Yeah,
outs to the Indians from India, the Hindus. They getting sent back. That's kind of crazy. What's going on with the Venezuelans right now? Like, what happened? What are they? Do you see them? The streets clearing up? Like,
oh nah, yeah, ICE is bugging, my
ICE is
nigga.
bugging.
ICE is bugging. They just had some spot over by 149th and Third Ave, like, and it was there like checking niggas' IDs. Like, if you ain't have your ID on you and shit, like they were gonna take you out,
Whoa!
whether if you were a citizen or not. Yeah, nigga, like, and then they gotta run your name and all that shit, see if you actually a citizen and shit. Like, shit getting
They got
real,
the
my
jails
nigga.
outside.
I,
You know
I didn't see
the
it,
big
but
ass white little trailer looking things.
say what?
Those big white trailer looking things that they be having. Yeah, with the
Oh,
camera on top.
uh, oh yeah, the big ass MIPD joints. Yeah, they be having them shits around. So yeah, man, niggas gotta be
Hey
careful,
man,
bro.
what you gonna do when they release those the robot dogs? What you gonna do then?
Pour water on it.
Ah! Hey, they gonna have EVP guns. You heard? They gonna be like zap.
Word,
You gonna have to turn them things off.
word, man.
It's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy. But supposedly, this new science group in some university. Hey, shout outs to all the colleges right now. Y'all inventing some new joints every day. Like I can't even go on Facebook no more without them saying, "We developed Superman. We developed quantum communication. We developed quantum teleportation." Like, whoa, what? When did this happen? But it's like every day. So they just figured out
Yeah,
a new battery, a brand new battery that can last for 5,700 years. Bruh, what? You don't gotta recharge.
5,700
You don't gotta
years.
recharge it.
If that's the case, my man, then what are we doing using these batteries now that's running out? Like, why can't we just have infinite power
It's
forever?
not it first. This is how God worked. So this how it's God worked. They just got approved by the whatever commission board that allows you to sell shit. They just released this new hydrogen combustion engine. So it combusts hydrogen for the engine to run. So we're talking about the end of gasoline engines as we know it. We don't know how that's going to just replace every engine in the automobile world. But they just released that they got approved to sell that engine. So basically, things get invented, then they got to make a prototype. After the prototype, they got to make prototype 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 20 and 30, and then make one that is consumer available, and then make like 30 prototypes of that, and then get denied like 1,000 times because the government is hating on you. And you know what I mean? So you got to go through all of that bullshit to get your little invention that is life changing and disruptive. You got to get that. You got to go through all of that for that invention to possibly be used on, global consumer basis. So that's why we ain't got nothing, because they ain't letting these scientists release nothing. Like the dude who invented the watermobile. His name was something Mayer, Bill Mayer, Bill Meyer. You can look this dude up. He was like really early 90s. He had like this TV news program come out and interview him. But then he just died. So it was like, yeah, he died. And then when they figure out how he died, they figure out he was hanging out with his best friend, and then out of nowhere, he was poisoned. Yeah, they
Wow.
always send your best friend to
Yeah,
take
they
you
was.
out. So in this particular situation, whatever the Godfather said actually happened. So they usually send. Oh no, it's Goodfellas. They usually send your best friend to take you out, right? So that's what happened to him. Supposedly, allegedly, I don't know, but yeah, the watermobile. So shout outs to that car that never entered the world. He said you can take any water. You can take snow water, you can take rainwater. Shit, you can even take water bottle. Hell, you might even be able to piss in your gas tank. I was like, what? Piss in the gas tank? Yeah, man. He said, hell.
Piss in the freaking
He
gas
was like,
tank. Shit, you gonna break that shit? I know that for a fact.
well, his car, you didn't. You see what I'm saying? In his particular car, you can piss in his gas tank, and you gonna go somewhere with that. You know, you know.
That is
Yeah,
crazy.
you finna go to work, punch in,
That
park
is
that shit in
crazy.
the parking lot, come back home. Yeah, with a whole gallon of piss.
Mm-hmm.
He said, hell, and then
A whole gallon of piss is fucking
yeah,
stupid.
and he was talking about these inventions and how these inventions were able to, do these wonderful things. But now imagine he got murked probably in the 90s, allegedly got murked in the 90s or something like that. It's the year 2025 and we still ain't got no damn watermobile. And they probably had the watermobile since World War II.
They got a lot of inventions that they're keeping behind the public that they're using themselves that we're not
Yo,
using.
shout out to Germany. They're like brilliant over there. These scientists over there are creating like, like they made things that are like for the year 1000 and fucking billion. Like we're like when I told you about that battery that you don't need to charge for 5700 years, like what?
Yeah, that's different. That is different.
Like how does that
Shoot,
even
like that means
what do you
like
what
that means like if power went out, like you could use that battery like for a generator and like just still be good, powering your whole house. Everything's all normal.
Yeah, like you just completely passed everyone. And like what? Like that's it's things like this that are not going to get approved right away because people have to regulate it, and then they got to regulate it enough so that the people who invest into it don't make that much money, because now you have a new oligarchy. So it's like we just have to understand that in a few years there's not going to be no more poverty, and people are going to make money with this AI and this web3 artificial intelligence. They're going to make money with quantum. You're not even going to need money no more once they figure out quantum teleportation. You're not gonna even need money no more. No one's gonna need money for what? I can just teleport to LA and see my friend. Hi. And then, you know, go back home. Oh my God, it's so cold. I'm going to Hawaii. Zoom. So it's like, what do you need money when you could just teleport to Hawaii, you know? And they're figuring out this teleportation like yesterday. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
They figured it out yesterday. Yeah, yeah. And the day before that, they figured out some other crazy shit. Everybody is fucking with this new quantum stuff because quantum is like technology like we've never seen before because it's not digital, it's biological. So you're storing biological information in biological cells. So that means you can store the whole human DNA and every DNA that ever existed in the whole entire planet in one quantum qubit and then create the master being after that. So and then everyone's going to have access to that technology. It's not just going to be like some billionaires like Facebook and Google. It's going to be like everybody. You can't hide it.
That's a
You
lot of
can't
people.
hide it. Once it's here,
That's a
you
lot
can't
of
hide it.
people.
You're gonna have people going to the future, the past, the present. It's gonna be crazy. We're gonna be like really like sci-fi now. Because we weren't able to figure out quantum for the last 24 years that we've been actually been able to test the theories of it. Theories, just theories that this place possibly exists, but it does now because they figured out a crazy microscope that is a quantum scope and that can see atoms. And like, holy shit, that's an atom. Before we were never able to do that, but now we are. So now that makes that field real. And people are using that field to get to what is called near zero. And near zero or
That
zero, complete zero, if you have complete zero energy, then you have an infinite amount of energy at your disposal. So that means you can literally go from here to the end of the galaxy in like possibly 20 seconds. That's it. At this point, they're gonna figure out how people are gonna live forever, how people are gonna come back from the grave. It's gonna be intense. This is the new industrial revolution of biological technology. Thank you guys for tuning in. We gotta go. Share this with your baby.